As someone who wants to be a creative in an online space, the question often comes up, how often should I post? Now, I think the answer to that question is based more on the individual, but it did get me thinking, is there a benefit to the famous idea of posting daily? And if the answer is yes, what can it do for someone like me if I do stay consistent with it? So that brings me to today's video. I am going to try posting daily for 30 days across multiple platforms. The idea of posting consistently and daily is something that I've actually tried before, but I found trying to stick to a schedule and really plan everything out caused a bit of burnout, and I wanted to give it another shot. And funny enough, what caused the burnout in the past wasn't creating itself, it was thinking about what to create. Last month I made a video about creative burnout and how to get back into a creative mindset, and one of those ideas was to create without any expectations and to just start doing it. So I started thinking about how this could relate to my social media posting blocks, and I found it was actually pretty similar to creative blocks as well. Often when it comes to social media, I'll try to not only think about something that I want to create, but then also look at it from a viewer perspective of what would people want to watch. And I think that's the wrong way to go about it, at least for me personally, because I like creating content to create content. I'm not necessarily always trying to think about what an algorithm might like or what's trendy, because that is what caused my burnout in the past. And not that there's anything wrong with following trends or trying to please the algorithm, but for me personally, if I'm creating to create, I just want to do that and have fun with it. So by creating content just to create content, I'm not going to be overthinking. I'm not going to get lost in that spiral of, is this good? Will this perform a certain way? Is this following a trend? It's really just going to be putting stuff out there, because at the end of the day, that's what it should be about. So my plan for the next 30 days is to post about whatever pops into my head. And yes, there will be some consistencies just because of interests I have, but I'm not going to try and gear my content towards anything in particular. It's more so just going to be whatever I want to talk about, show, or do on a given day. That being said, if you are interested in the topics I'm going to be covering, they include music, food, entertainment, creativity, and lifestyle. These are all things that I naturally enjoy talking about, creating around, and do in my everyday life. And the platforms I'll be focusing on are YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Now, I'm not going to be making individual pieces of content for each individual platform, because I think that will snowball into a burnout. And I think it also just goes back to the idea of not basing any content for a particular platform or trying to edit a certain way, but still sticking with the idea of making something just to make something and put it out there. During the 30 days, I'm also going to be tracking the results I have. So I want to get into content making consistently, which is where the original challenge idea comes from. But I'm also just curious to see what happens, because so many people in the online space say if you want to be creative for a living, or really in any area of focus in life, you have to be consistent. So I want to see if I really am truly consistent with posting. What happens? Like, I've never really done this before, and if I stick to it, I'm curious to see what the results will be, as well as the impact it has on my actual social channels. So my plan is to do an update every week with this challenge for 4 weeks or a month, 30 days. And in those videos, I'm going to tally up the followers or subscribers I've gained, tracking if any business sales have come directly from content with my music, and finally tracking the views/watch hours depending on the platform that I gain. And in these videos, I'm also going to track the type of content and how the views compare, because that's something else I'm really interested in. I feel like a lot of people talk about with the idea of consistency that you also have to really stick in like a single lane. And I want to see, is that true? Are there certain types of content that perform better than others? And really just make stuff and see what happens. There's no expectation, there's no real set goal with this. I'm more so just doing this to see what it's like to do it. So as far as this video is concerned, this isn't going to count as like one of the update videos. This is more so an intro letting you know what content will be coming from me with this challenge series for a month, but also to maybe inspire someone out there to give it a shot and see what happens. I feel like in the world of social media, there's just so many different ways to go about it, and I've really been longing for the days of YouTube when you would just have a bunch of random stuff. There wasn't a certain like algorithm or content type being pushed. It was just kind of whatever people put out, and I wanted to do that myself. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching this video. Subscribe if you are interested in this challenge. Comment down below if you're going to do the challenge yourself as well, or if you have any ideas or tips or whatever it might be. And yeah, let's go along on this journey together. Thanks so much for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.